Will your favorite 1/18 scale action figure make it in the best big list of small toys? Stick around to find out.
Shut up and sit down.
Hey you scallywags! So here we are at the start of 2022, where we can compile a definitive, albeit very subjective list of the best 1/18 scale action figures of 2021. Now, as much as I can try and make this as objective as possible, there's simply no way of doing that, as I don't own all the action figures that were released for 2021, and my sensibilities are going to be different to yours. So the way I'm doing this is really just a mixture of what I like and really pricing, and maybe other miscellaneous factors that I can't come up with right here. If you like, go and check out the top 10 from a few months ago that I compiled. I will be running that down in the middle of this video also. So, let's get to it.
Number 10.
At the end of our list here, we have a figure set that was big in accessories, big in concept, and big in price. The Angels Born in Hell figure set by Acid Rain World, Kit Lau. This is definitely not a set for everyone, as the concept veers far from the normal soldier shooty type thing, and instead embraces the notion of a man trying to look after his son and daughter. This idea, of course, was seen years ago through Japanese live-action film and manga Lone Wolf and Cub, but Kit Lau successfully transfers this idea into his apocalyptic world, replacing Ito Ogami's sword for Caleb's axe, meaning his badass guitar. A lot of the accessories included here are the first time we're seeing them in Acid Rain World. Go and check out the review on the channel, as well as the other nominees in this list.
Number 9.
A surprise vintage collection entry from Hasbro in Bo-Katan Kryze. Due to my experience with the vintage collection previously, I was not expecting to put this into my top 10 of 2021 at all. But due to the improvements Hasbro have made on this figure, it really was a game changer for me. Now, this is by no means a perfect figure, but what I'd say it is a perfect storm of all the right components for the vintage collection. Because I have a soft spot for Katie Sackhoff, the actress who plays Bo-Katan, the head sculpt was definitely a factor that played into my decision to include this in the top 10, as well as the newly improved leg articulation. This was a change that was long overdue, but very essential for me for playability and fun factor. Now, this does scale smaller than your normal 1/18 female figure, but some nuance and variation in height in my collection makes for a richer universe.
Number 8.
Now, my previous list had the Steel Spear set included in place of Hammer of Steel, but I had to bring back the Hammer of Steel into the equation, as this was one of the first sets I got that was brand new from Joy Toy. Besides that though, I think this is one of the best sets Joy Toy have released, that comes with a ton of accessories and some of the best modular armor you can get anywhere. The butt currently used for small skelly is made up of primarily Hammer of Steel parts, and this is definitely a great set for either mining parts or just to enjoy straight out of the box. There are now amalgamated color variations of this set along with Steel Spear that are available for purchase individually, but for my money I would always go back to this original.
Number 7.
Halo Warthog and Master Chief set by Wicked Cool Toys Jazzwares. If you're looking for the best bang for your buck figure and vehicle combo, look no further than this Warthog with Master Chief pack. For an amazing price, these two toys have got incredible detail, putting to shame some of its 112 counterparts. The Warthog itself is a very fun vehicle which can hold a number of figures, with the Master Chief figure looking very much like his video game counterpart. Now, some of the complaints I've heard are that some of the detail is lost on the figure, but with a little panel lining you can accentuate those little details to really make the figure pop.
NumberSix.
Detective Smith by Kit Lau from his new Annex 2179 line was such a cool character figure that it inspired a new way I would do video review intros on the channel. The design, paint apps, weathering, accessories, and articulation all contributed to make it one of the best releases of 2021. Not without its flaws. The weapons were a bit rubbery and price point a bit high, but regardless, this is definitely one I'm happy I picked up.
We disrupt your regular viewing pleasure with a word from our sponsors.
So here is a look at the top 10 from a few months ago, with only less than a handful of figures from then now making it into this final top 10 of 2021. There have been numerous releases since this video was uploaded. A number of those have usurped what was previously in the top 10. As we get into the top 5 of the year, all of those are really interchangeable depending on the day. I've really had to justify in terms of what the figure brings to the table in terms of the concept and designs, pricing, articulation, and how playable the figure is, accessories, and in some cases storage of accessories, and in some rare cases if another release has made me feel differently about a previous release, like NCO with Valdo. And really that sort of X factor in the figure, is there that something that really speaks to me in ways the others don't. So without further ado, let's count down the final top 5 of 2021.
Number 5.
Warhammer 40k Space Marines. These are two huge sets, so if I had to choose one, it would be the Infiltrators. So there was a lot riding on this first wave of 40k figures from Joy Toy. Now this is something that a lot of people have been waiting for quite a while, to have fully, highly articulated and detailed figures from 40k in 1/18 scale. Although there are minor issues here and there, overall the experience is a very positive one indeed. Working from the ground up on these figures, Joy Toy have managed to include a level of articulation and detail in this scale that's unheard of. And with other lines already announced, they only seem to be improving on this first iteration. One major negative is really with the availability of these figures. At first announced as an exclusive for China, they were then available for pre-order at Games Workshop, and now seemingly available through a number of outlets online. It seems a number of the waves will be available even before the Games Workshop pre-orders are delivered. Regardless of this first wave of 40k figures was a very good start from Joy Toy.
Number 4.
Former No1 Snark. Complete with pilot figure, this Snark mech is one of the best releases of last year. The pilot figure itself, although not perfect, could definitely rival some of Joy Toy's other single figure releases. The mech, however, is really where this release shines, and the combination of the two and at the price point, along with the size and design, really makes this one of the releases from 2021 that should not be ignored.
Number 3.
Released the end of November and received at the beginning of December, Mishaku and Narien from Acid Rain World was part of the last toy haul I had of 2021, but was easily one of the best, and on any given day could be the best of the year. Part of a brand new faction, Republic of Yamato, this 2-figure set utilizes the brand new buck from Acid Rain World. Any of the other Yamato releases could have made it into the top 10, but due to the samurai and ninja design aesthetic of Mishaku and Narien, these two had to be listed here. Kit Now definitely raised the bar in terms of the quality of the head sculpts, both unhelmeted and helmeted, along with the number of accessories and different option parts available for each figure. If these interest you in any way whatsoever, I would highly recommend you grab this set while you can.
Number 2.
The Risen Rego. This is by far Joy Toy's best single figure release of 2021. There's certainly no shortage of extras here, with a number of accessories available, different options with this release. But the main draw and innovation is with the brand new base buck, with a brand new cyborg design coming through in human flesh. This bulkier upper torso and arms means that a lot of the previous modular armor pieces would not necessarily work on this figure. But with how good this base buck looks, you can give Joy Toy the allowance. This particular release fully encapsulates what I enjoy from Joy Toy. With the base buck worth the price of admission alone, Joy Toy also still included a wealth of accessories. And where I may not like some of these additions straight out of the box, it allows my mind to think of other minor modifications that I can make to elevate the figure further, and adding to that fun factor knowing I've added my own twist. I'm also more inclined to make these minor modifications due to the more affordable lower price point. If you have been on the fence about Rego, I would definitely recommend this as one of the best of 2021.
Number 1.
Hero Annex 2179, where Rego scratches that itch of customization. Hero, for me, is the perfect figure straight out of the box. Where the design may not necessarily be everyone's cup of tea, the concept and innovation has to be supported so that we can see more varying and interesting designs from all of these 1/18 scale companies. In 1/18 scale, we've had plenty of historical, modern and futuristic soldier designs. This kind of design is something that's more outside the box, and it's something we desperately need more of in this scale. The base buck used for Hero is one of the Acid Rain World bucks, slightly modified to incorporate new elements specifically for the Annex 2179 line. Most noteworthy of these are the lower leg parts, including the polarizing, large, colourful clown feet, which I've grown to like. Not love. Every single accessory that Hero comes with is able to be stored on the figure itself. This includes 2 short swords, 2 long swords, a power battery cell and case. Having pre-ordered the initial stock through Peer Club, I was able to get Hero for a fairly reasonable price. That, along with the brilliant design, great articulation, and being able to store all accessories on the figure itself, makes this, for me, the best of 2021. Plus, it oozes that X factor. So that's a wrap for my best 1/18 scale action figures of 2021. Let me know what your favorites are. Do you have a list? If so, comment down below. If you like this video, check out the rest of the content on the channel. Consider subscribing, like and comment. If you're in a position to help at all, check out the YouTube membership and Patreon. And I'll scale you later.